Hello, my lovely Leo friends. How are you guys? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Patricia, and I welcome you to my channel, O Despertar da Lilith, which stands for the awakening of Lilith in Portuguese, my native tongue. I'm sorry about my voice today. I have been going through some weird feelings of throat ache and also coughing, and my nose is been running and my eyes are feeling a little heavy. So I'm not sure if it is because of the allergies pertaining to the fires, the wildfires that we have been having in Northern California. But for the past 3 days, I haven't been able to, do my readings, and I apologize for being late. But and I also apologize ahead of time because I might be coughing during the video. I have my tea here, but I don't know if I'm catching a cold or it's really bad allergies. Okay, so please bear with me. Excuse me. So let me explain how this reading will go. So this will be for those people who have the sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Leo. It is for the month of November. I have two cards from the oracles here that I already took out. I shuffled and took out the cards, but I haven't seen them yet. I have one card of an action that you have to perform or do, in the month of November. And then I have three different tarot decks here. This first one will be for your emotional life. So it could be related to anything that you're emotionally attached to. So it could be love life, family, friends, work relationship, doesn't matter, okay? This will be your family life, and this will be financial. So work and finances, okay? So since I already took this one, let me read it to you. This month, you will have to be strong. I think the only other person who got this card was Capricorn, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see the messages, okay? It says here, get back up. It isn't just physical strength, but mental strength too. And we have to train both similarly. Work on your mental resolve. Quit less. Find the positive in every situation. Look for growth in every challenge and celebrate your wins. So maybe some of you might be feeling a little down this month or a little discouraged. Whatever it is, you will have to be your strong self, okay? Let's see what the cards can tell us. Maybe we'll talk about why you need to be strong. Excuse me. I have some rosemary herbs here because it helps breathe, helps me breathe better. And it is also used to cleanse the place or the person spiritually, okay? So let's shuffle the card. What is in store for the sign of Leo, moon, sun, or rising in the month of November when it comes to emotions? Anything to do with their emotional life. What's in store for them? What's the message? I'm going to take 3 cards of each tarot deck, okay? By the way, this reading will also be available in Portuguese from Brazil. Right after I'm done with this reading, I'll re-record it in Portuguese. And every one of my readings I save in my playlist. So there is a playlist for Leo in Portuguese and another one in English, okay? And I would love it and be very grateful if you guys would help me by sharing this video, giving your like, commenting, and of course, subscribing to my channel. Three of coins, 3 of pentacles, 7 of pentacles, and the sun. That's really good though, because this is your card right here, the sun. So all the cards came in the upright position, which is really positive. So here's what I see, okay? These 2 cards is all about working hard for something that is of, a solid foundation, because we're talking about the element of earth here. So like you probably are working really hard towards something that is long term, like a relationship or getting more stability in your emotional life. You see here, this is a card of somebody who is very ambitious in building something long term, something. And we're talking about your emotions. So in your emotional sector, you could be trying to build a life with somebody, but also you could be very emotionally attached to even your work. okay, the type of work that you do. So you could be really, really ambitious right now this month, like with all these emotions being affected by Scorpio, right? Because it is the month of Scorpio, and we'll have Mercury in retrograde, but in the sign of Scorpio as well. So Mercury retrograde makes us, stop and think and meditate about what we want to accomplish next and what we have learned so far with the experiences that we had. So, you know, this card here, the Seven of Pentacles, number sevens are a card of meditation, of waiting, of having patience. Okay. And this is what you planted. And interesting enough, today is the 28th of October. The moon is a new moon and is in the sign of Scorpio. So Scorpio has magnetism, right? It is a deep thinking, deep feeling intensity, right? Sign. So this is the month, this is the day actually to plant seeds, starting with your thoughts on what you want to achieve in life. It doesn't matter if it is work wise, money, or love. So, whatever you want to achieve long term from now on, today would be a perfect day. Today, the 28th of October, would be a perfect day to make some moon rituals where you can, send out to the universe your wishes for long term, things that you want to acquire. And this card here, you know, like this one, you're working hard, even sometimes in a collective manner, like with other people, right? Working as a team to accomplish something. So perhaps you will need to work as a team with other people. And Leos are not very good usually working with other people because they are such a stubborn sign, and also they are like the kings and queens, right? So they like to be leaders. They don't like to follow the team or wait for the team's opinion on something. They like to take their own actions. But over here, I see the need for you to work with others. May it be in a work environment or a family environment or love, relationship. You will have to work together if you want to accomplish anything of a sound structure for the long term in your future with this person or this company, okay? And over here, you will have to have patience because this woman, she's ready to collect the fruits of her labor, but it's going to take a while. Okay, things don't flourish from night to today. And over here we have Saturn, which is the planet that rules Capricorn, another earth sign like Taurus. So earth signs are related to the symbols in the tarot, right? The coins, the pentacles, they are related to the earth element and earth signs. So over here we have the energy of Capricorn and the energy of Taurus. Over here we have the energy of Aries and also Scorpio, because Mars rules Aries, but it's also the co-ruler for Scorpio, which brings a lot of intensity and courage and fire, right? And in Capricorn, we have the ambition and the patience and the organization, the structure to build something that is long term. With the Taurus energy, we want to build something that is actually tangible, something that we can see with our own eyes, that was built and is of a strong foundation, something that definitely will, be very strong and will bring a lot of security to you, like a marriage relationship with somebody, or a good paying job, or even your own business that could bring a lot of money. But those things, they take a time, sometimes a long time, to start showing the fruits of your labor. And this card asks you to be patient. And this one asks you to be ambitious, but also work better, work with others if you want to succeed, because the sun is going to shine for you. Okay, you will be actually very happy when it comes to anything that you really put your heart into and your dedication this month of November, because this is your card right here. The sun is the ruler of Leo, and the sun represents even like, happiness, um, entertainment, fun. It represents having, good relationships with in the entertainment industry, also with children, right? Because it also talks about romance. It talks about procreation, making babies, good, fun sex life. So it's really an amazing, amazing. It's actually considered the best card to have in the tarot deck, because it brings light where there has been some shadow, or where things haven't been very clear. So you could be having a genius idea here, this burst of energy and creativity, which is actually also natural to Leo people, to be creative, to be passionate, to want to have fun. So I feel like whatever it is that touches your heart in the month of November, if you are patient and you work hard with others, okay, to the benefit of everybody involved, you will be very successful. You will be very happy. Okay, you just need to control your temper and your impatience, because you guys do have a temper, and you guys do sometimes have a tendency to think a little too much just about yourself, to not be patient, and those things, they can affect you negatively. Okay, so everything is, in towards you, bringing good energy towards you to accomplish whatever it is that touches your heart this month. Okay, so be open, be flexible, be happy, be positive, and be patient, and everything will turn out the way that you want. Okay, love? Okay, let's see family life now. I'm going to use the tarot decks of the angels and archangels. So, what's in. So interesting. What's in store for the sign of Leo in the moon, sun, and rising for the month of November in family life? I hope you guys can hear me well, because I can't really speak very loud today because my throat is hurting and I'm running a little bit of out of breath. Another thing that I want to say is that you guys might be thinking, or you might meet somebody of the earth element. So it could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, although Virgo is not showing up here, just Capricorn and Taurus. And some of you could also be meeting another Leo person, or an Aries or a Scorpio person too. Okay, and whatever it is, if you work well with them, you could accomplish a lot, and it would make you very happy. So let's see family. Okay, there might be some heartache related to something in the family, because we got the Three of Swords, which in this card they call the Three of Air. Let me show you guys. So we got the Three of Swords upright. It says here, great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. So whatever it is that is going to happen in your family that could break your heart, or you could break somebody's heart, try to practice forgiveness and compassion, not only to others but to yourself. Okay, over here we have the Seven of Wands up in the reversed position. So the Seven of Wands is a card of, fighting sometimes, because it talks about you feeling the need to defend you, whatever it is you believe in, or defend yourself, or defend somebody. And sometimes you your ego, or the ego of everybody involved, mostly um, gets in the way and causes problems in communications, and people hurt each other with spoken words that are too harsh. So the advice for this card, from this card to you, is choose your battles wisely, because you guys do have a tendency to lose your temper really too fast, and you guys can hurt people because you guys do have big egos. Okay, this is a natural thing for Leos are amazing, they have amazing hearts, they are very affectionate, but if they are upset or they lose their temper, they can be extremely hurtful. Okay, so you gotta be careful, because over here, as you can see, we have two cards of the fire element and one card of the air element. And the card for the air element, which is our intellect and how we use our words and the way we talk about what we think, unfortunately will be something that will break somebody's heart. Okay, because these are swords, so when they come in they will cut you deeply, or cut somebody else's deeply, and somebody else's heart deeply. And over here we have the card, of ego, the battle of the ego. And we have to remember, this month we'll have Mercury retrograde, and Mercury retrograde causes problems with communication, so a lot of misunderstanding. And because it will be in the sign of Scorpio, which is a sign that feels everything so intensely, so deeply. And also the negative side of Scorpio is revenge. They are very vindictive. So if you hurt somebody's heart, they might be vindictive and try to hurt you back. So in this fight here, nobody wins. So you really have to make sure, to choose your battles wisely. Is it necessary for you to be in an argument with somebody? Is it necessary for you to say whatever you're thinking that is not positive? Maybe what you guys should practice this month, especially within the family environment, is if you don't have anything to say positive, anything positive to say, don't say anything. Try to keep away. Try to walk away from an argument. I know it's hard for you guys because you have the need to assert yourself. That Leo spirit of I am the king or I am the queen. You are not going to attack me. I am the beast. I'm going to attack you. That is going to play against you and also anybody else involved in this family battle here, okay? And you need to make that decision because we also got the Two of Wands. So you need to continue to move forward. You need to think about that choice. Is it worth fighting with somebody about something, even if you are right and they are not? You have to think twice. Okay, you will have to make that decision. Excuse me, let me drink a little tea. So yes, you have to use your intelligence and your heart to make the right decision here, if you don't want to destroy whatever positive energies coming from the first deck that we used. So think wisely. Like the card said, choose your battles wisely. um let's see, money, finances, what's in store for Sun, Moon, and Rising, the sign of Leo in November 2019. What is in store for them when it comes to money and finances in general, work opportunities? One more time. Excuse me. Okay, the Fool in the reversed position, the Queen of Wands in the upright position, and the Nine of Wands in the reversed position. Let me drink tea a little bit. Okay, guys, you are afraid to take some risks when it comes to money and finances, okay? You might be actually a little irresponsible as well with your opportunities for making money. What is it that you're not doing or doing correctly that is affecting negatively your chances of making money? Have you stopped to think about it? The Fool asks you to have a little courage, okay? To make changes, you have to sometimes take a chance, take that leap of faith, right? But when the Fool comes in the reverse position, and the Fool is representing you, okay? It's the card of number 0. So it's you beginning in your journey when it comes to money, work, and finances in general. A lot of times it talks about a new beginning because it is a new journey. It is you having that courage to take the first step towards your financial abundance, right? But over here, it came in a reverse position saying that you guys are resisting something. You're resisting change. You're resisting, and that's why you're stuck. You also could be taking unnecessary risks, okay? Or not taking enough risks. So each of you will have to think about it, because obviously this is a general reading, so it's not going to talk about one specific person. So each of you have to really take a step down and analyze your behavior this month. Take advantage of Mercury being retrograde, bringing the thoughts deep inside, especially with the energy of Scorpio, which is even deeper. Scorpio is all about our shadow side, the things that we are afraid to talk about, our fears, our paranoia, the things that make us feel guilty, the things that we keep secret to ourselves, right? So maybe you have been self sabotaging your chances of being successful in money, and work and finances in general. Maybe you have been lazy. Maybe you have been putting out this energy or this facade of, that pure Leo person who is like, no, I'm proud and I have everything under control. When in truth, you inside of you feel like a kitten who is scared of everything, like a scaredy cat. And that's why you're not moving forward. That's why you're not taking certain steps that would help you. Some people are actually afraid of success because, with great success comes great responsibility. And you might be afraid of that because maybe you're feeling a little too comfortable where you are, even if you're struggling a little. So you have to stop and think about it. This is a major arcana. So this is an important message. And it is you who is doing it. Nobody else is doing it. The fool represents you, your actions. So you are doing something that is not helping yourself make money or get a job or be more successful in whatever business you're doing. Here you are, you have that fire, right? This is a queen, but you could be a man. It doesn't matter. It is your element. The ones represent fire element. So you are creative, you are passionate, you are smart, you are, attractive. You have that energy. I mean, this lady, she's using, what in her hand? She's using a sunflower, which represents the sun. The sun is the ruler of Leos, right? And so you have the power to shine when it comes to money and finances. What are you doing that is not allowing you to shine? Is that maybe you are afraid to shine? Some people are afraid to shine. Maybe you are afraid of taking a little more risk because, unfortunately, Leos are also perfectionists. And because they care so much what people think of them, because they're always in the spotlight, right? Whatever they do calls attention. So they are the center of the universe in many ways, of their universe, at least they are. And so, therefore, whatever they do gets a lot of attention. So, especially for you guys who work in the entertainment industry, like YouTube, for example, you really should be thinking about what is it that you are afraid of doing that is causing you to not be more famous, to not get, that money. Are you using your God given creativity? Are you using your attraction, that you have? Like, you are attractive people, right? I mean, you can do it. You really can do it. You can create things from zero. If anybody has the freaking fire and creativity to create things from scratch, that's you. You are blessed with a lot of creativity, especially when it comes to art, to entertainment, of things that touches people's heart, because you also are responsible for the chakra of the heart, right? So you can have that power at your disposal. But I feel like you guys, some of you are really lazy, or some of you are really afraid, and you're just sitting there looking pretty in your, comfortable throne, but you're not doing, anything to change it for better. You're waiting for things to happen. This is not, what you're supposed to do. This is your journey. You have to take the chance and take that leap of faith. And over here, we do have the confirmation, the Nine of Wands in the reverse position, showing that you guys have been too defensive. You are sitting there on guard because you feel like you have to defend everything you do and say and defend yourself. But that also is preventing you from moving forward. If you're keeping guard somewhere, you're not moving. Think about it. We're talking about your financial abundance here. You are not moving forward in your financial abundance. And that's because you are afraid to take chances. You are not using your talents. You are not allowing yourself to shine. Maybe you're not allowing yourself to even have fun while you're doing what you're doing, because Leos need to have fun as they work on something. I mean, they rule the house of entertainment, the fifth house in astrology, the gaming industry. So if you are, somebody who does streaming of video games, for example, which is very common amongst Leo people, and you're streaming it on social media or YouTube or other platforms, you could be making more money if you actually showed yourself having fun while you're playing the games. Don't care about how you look. Forget about it. It's not about how you look. You are attractive. People love watching you no matter how you look. What you're doing, people love watching you. But if you're holding yourself down, trying to be perfect, you become boring. You cannot be boring. And also, you need to stop being stubborn because you do belong to the fixed category. So you are, also a very stubborn person. And sometimes you need to listen to other people's advice. Okay. So, one thing that I want to tell you also is the Fool is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, your opposite sign. Aquarius is the one that reaches the masses. So if you want to be famous, you have to get in touch with the Aquarius side of you. Okay? Be more friendly. Try to talk about things that other people care about. You know? Think about grand scale. How can you reach out to the masses? Talk to an Aquarius person. They will have the ability to see into the future, which usually don't. And they also know a lot about technology. They can talk about what the masses in other countries even want to see. So they can, you can bounce back and forth with this person, get ideas. Okay. So think about it. You have to be a little of a rebel, go against the current sometimes in order to succeed. Because if you don't, you're going to be put in the same place where all the boring people are, and you're not going to stand out. And this is your energy. You have to stand out. You are ruled by the sun. There is no bigger star in our galaxy than the sun. So if a Leo is not being successful, something's wrong with this Leo person. It's not because anybody's trying to outshine them, because guess what? Nobody can outshine the sun. No other planet, even our huge Jupiter, they cannot outshine the sun. So think about it. How are you being outshone by yourself, by your own behavior, or the lack of? Okay? I want to leave you with those messages because I need you to reflect on this. This will be a perfect month to reflect on things before you put them in actions. Like, for example, once the sun goes into a sister sign, which is Sagittarius, because Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius are all three from the fire element, which represents taking action, represents being creative, right? Being passionate about something, making things happen, right? So this month is Scorpio month until actually we are already no, you'll be the end. Okay. So the end of November, that's I think the 23rd or the 22nd of November, that's when we enter Sagittarius. So therefore, we can start feeling a little more optimistic about the future, and we can start actually moving into putting the plans that we came up with while, the Scorpio season was going on. And then you can make things happen, especially when it starts in November 2nd, because then Jupiter, the planet of expansion, of good luck, the ruler of Sagittarius, will go into Capricorn. And Capricorn is a sign of making things take shape, because it's an earth element. And Capricorn is a cardinal sign, meaning it makes things happen. It is the things that brings, structure, rules, and making things take shape. And it also rules careers. So if you want to be successful in whatever career you chose for yourself, and you have some plans and ideas to put into action, do it starting December 2nd and forward. Okay, let's end this reading with the message from the oracles. Okay, from the spirit of the animals oracle, you got the swan, and it says here for you to have grace. It says here, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So this is actually more of an affirmation that you have to read to yourself, especially in the morning. If you can, write it down, and then you can say that to yourself, because the swans, they're so beautiful, they're so elegant, and they are swimming. Even though there's water under them, they're on the top, right? They're not going down, they're not, sinking into the water. They continue to be beautiful and elegant. And I feel like beauty has to do a lot with Leo too, because you got very attractive. So you can even use that power of your looks to attract more attention to yourself when it comes to love. And you can bring beauty into the family environment. You can bring peaceful. Act with grace. Don't act so harshly, losing your temper, calling people name, you know, like be graceful. Okay? And over here, there's an important message for you about keeping harmony in relationships. Archangel Raguel is saying, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So when I get this card, I really get the need for you to pray, to call into the angels' help, to talk. When you go to sleep, you can do a little exercise that I tell people, okay? If you are having hard time communicating with somebody, and you really need that person to understand things, and you also need to understand things by basically putting yourself in their shoes and vice versa, and you have tried communicating with those people, and they don't understand what you're saying, so then you have to really go and ask help from the divine. So you, before you go to bed, you can talk to your mentors, your spiritual mentors, your guardian angels, and the guardian angels and spiritual mentors for those people involved in the fight or whatever. And then you can ask them to talk amongst themselves and to solve the problems that you and these people are unable to solve together in, when you are awake in real life. Ask them to fix it in the spiritual world, and to bring peace, and to open the hearts of everybody involved. But don't forget, you also have to ask them to open your mind, your heart, because you also might be wrong. And maybe that's why you could be fighting with somebody, because you are not seeing things from their perspective. So ask for the ability to see things clearly, in a very fair way. Okay, that's what I want you to do. And if you do that, I do believe that things will get way much better in your life, especially in family and money, because you do have everything to succeed, but you need to practice patience. You need to practice, compassion, and think of other people as well involved. And if you want things to change, you have to move. Okay, don't be stuck in your ideas, your way of thinking, your way of behaving. You know, have courage. Take a leap of faith. Do something you never done before. Do something that usually is not what you would do. but you might have a good positive result, because if you always do what you always did, you always get the same result. And I don't think you're happy with the same result here. I don't see that. Okay? There is a need for forgiveness here when it comes to your family life. So practice that. Work on your chakra for your heart, because you guys have the connection with your sign is the heart chakra. So go on YouTube, look for binaural beats to work on the heart chakra, and listen to that before you go to sleep. Make a prayer. It makes you feel so good. I know that I feel so good when I listen to those sounds. And so I know it can do wonders for you too. Open your heart. Be courageous. You can do it. Okay, my loves? I'm going to stay here. I think you guys have a lot to reflect on, a lot to act on, but let me know what you think. Leave your comment. If you did like this video, I would really be grateful if you press the like button, and if you shared this video with other people, and of course, if you subscribe to my channel as well. Okay? All in all, I wish you the best this month. A lot of courage. I want you to be strong, and may God bless you and your family. Okay? I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.